Hi, this is Naveen Ferguson. Welcome to the channel. Okay, so we'll now move forward with the intro. So please remember to subscribe, like, comment, share, hit the bell icon. To see full readings, you can further support the channel by becoming a Patreon member at patreon.com/Naveen Ferguson. The link is in the description box below. There, you'll get to see full readings, early readings, as well as other future dynamics I plan to offer. Please also remember that I offer personal readings, and you could also donate to the channel. The information for all of that is in the description box below. Thank you, and now we'll move forward with your reading. Okay, Capricorn, welcome to the channel. This is Naveen Ferguson. Okay, we're going to get right into your reading for March the 21st to April the 14th. Capricorn, this is a general reading, of course. Let's see what's happening here. Also, the new format. So, yeah. So I didn't feel to keep those, so let's continue on. So right here, we'll have the general reading, which will be these cards right over here. And then right after, we will have like what's going on, what's literally going to happen with you personally. What do you need to be specifically aware of right over here, like an accent, like a signature of the time frame of the reading. And it's going to be more of an angel message type area. Okay, so to really further explain that, right here is the general energies and general happenings within the timeline, which doesn't necessarily need to stay within the timeline, okay? But over here will be the signature of the timeline. Like this is specifically, definitely the reason, the happenings. It'll happen like at least one particular day in the reading, okay, for the time frame of the reading, or it is the main agenda or point for the reading, okay? And this is more of an angel message dynamic over here. Okay, so this reading, again, is for March the 21st to April the 14th of 2024. Okay, Capricorn, let's go. Okay, 8 of Wands, Capricorn. Whoa. I sense just a lot of communication happening in the time frame of this reading now. You're going to be very busy. I sense interesting. There's a dark happening cloud around here. So you may be in confrontation with one or two individuals, or there could be some tension between you and another individual at the very least. Okay? It could be a work dynamic, family dynamic, project dynamic. I don't necessarily see it in conflict per se with yourself, but there is some type of issue that you have to navigate through. You have to be diplomatic in. There's just a lot of for some of you it is a bit pressured, like it's time sensitive for some of you, like there has to be an adjustment or a decision made or a moving forward with an agenda. Something has to happen swiftly. It's time sensitive for some of you. That's for some of you. For a lot of you, it's not necessarily time sensitive. It's literally some type of difference in opinion, okay, that within the time frame of the reading that you may have to navigate through. But you will be very busy, especially in the communicative realm. Yeah, there you go. The communicative realm, Capricorn. Okay, so please keep your energy up, because I'm sensing for some of you this may even overlap into your dreamscape, whereby you know how it is when life may get so busy and then you finally get to sleep, but you're dreaming about work. So when you wake up, it's not like you felt like you slept. You know what I mean? Like you just felt like you were just working straight through. So you really do need to really schedule certain levels of time to be like the sheep down here, to just graze, to just not think, to just cut everything off. When I say cut everything off, I mean like social media or other things that pulls your attention away from relaxing. Okay, so expect things to be moving a bit more rampantly for the time of this reading, at the very least. Okay, that's going to require a lot of your attention, a lot of your focus, and it may require a bit of clever thinking or some compromise in the situation. Further clarification for the Eight of Wands. Yeah, see what I mean? This is you, Capricorn, the Knight of Wands. This knight is trying to map his way through the foliage. He's trying to create a path. He's pacing himself as to not like trip up or overstep. Okay, he's making an understanding of the terrain. He's also like meeting varying people in the travel. Okay, this could be also some new people for some of you. This could be also someone approaching you, or you them, or expect to involve yourself with new enterprises or new people, or even I'm sensing for some of you new philosophies of sorts, which would also make sense considering the diplomatic vibe I'm sensing there in a certain respect. I'm not saying that you're a diplomat, but the conversations in certain respects may require some tact as to not ruffle any feathers, as it were. Okay, but with the Knight of Wands, you are gingerly making your way through. So you are going to create a format, I sense, for some of you, and there is going to be levels of negotiation. Okay, that's definitely for some of you, but some of you are just navigating your way through, trying to get from point A to point B to point C without discord, without causing more issues in certain respect. And it's not even you causing the issues. I'm drawn towards the light right there that's very close to your heart. It's you dealing with certain people for whatever given reason. Certain people, not everybody, and the time frame of this reading might be a bit difficult. At the very least, one person is going to be a bit difficult, and it's going to require you to really keep your posture of a knight, keep your nobility of a knight, okay? And do not allow them to, this is what's coming through, because the Knight of Wands is like a pacing of sorts. He's trotting, okay, but at a reasonable pace. So don't allow someone to try to push forth an understanding, because we did feel a bit of that there. Don't allow them to push for the understanding beyond the rational or capable means. What does that mean? That means if you know it takes you amount of time to do something, and you like to represent yourself with high quality, high standards, okay? Or if you've already done your part, but there's another part to the situation that's out of your control, it's totally in someone else's part, or it could be a system in itself, whereby there's a time frame for the system. You can't rush the system. You understand? So make sure that that's brought forth in the conversation to give practical understandings, because someone is being somewhat impractical. Further clarification? Yeah, see what I mean? The Magician energy, this is going to require you have the answers within you, have the tools, the know-how, the practicalities to put things into perspective, to make things work, to adjust things in the amount of work that is required, or the amount of speaking, or all of that is required during this time, especially dealing with that possibly one difficult entity. It doesn't even have to be a person. It could literally be an entity. Okay, but you're going to maneuver your thoughts, your passions, your drive, your connections, your know-how, your capabilities, your skills, your resources, and you're going to come up with a solution. But you cannot rush this alchemy, is what's coming through with the Magician energy. Do not rush it. This is major arcana. In fact, I'm sensing because of this is actually another threshold for you to climb or venture through. It's going to also be a growing and elevating experience for you. Okay? And which also makes sense, because I do sense there is a certain pressure. There is a certain pressure that, it takes energy to be calm, as it were. You know what I mean? It takes energy to listen and not give someone a piece of your mind. Okay? Because some of you may not only just represent yourself, you may represent an agency, you may represent family members, you may represent a cohort, as it were. Okay? You may even see this as a good potential to exercise your tact for the development of your own private understanding, your own clientele, as it were. You know, you're saying to yourself, well, if I can't deal with this, then suppose other dynamics in the future comes up. I have to be able to navigate this, is what you're going to be saying to yourself. You're gonna elevate in certain levels of cleverness, you're going to elevate in certain levels of wisdom, and you're going to elevate in certain levels of like fine-tuning or finding latent abilities that are within you. Okay, Capricorn? This is an interesting time. Whatever for the time in this reading, you'll be going throughout something interesting. Very interesting. Let's continue. What else is happening, Capricorn? Yeah, see? The Seven of Swords. So in the negotiation or in the talks or your work or your time frame of things, for some of you, this may be the last time you deal with the situation. You're gonna do what you need done, and you're gonna realize that it's better for you to move into a new project or no longer deal with that entity or deal with that person. You've done your piece. You've what do you call it? Fulfilled your role, your responsibilities, and some of you will be moving on. And it is not necessarily going to be quote unquote clean in the essence of like tension versus calmness. There will be a certain level of tension. Okay? And again, that's not for everything and everybody you're involved in. I'm honestly sensing more so like 1 to maybe 2 dynamics of people of sorts, okay? But you're also leaving or finishing and leaving what belongs to you for your own sanity, for your own peace of mind. And also I sense that it does not affect your other agendas that you have going on, okay? You don't want one person's negative dynamic to influence or affect your future prospects. So you're just going to handle the situation, and once it's dealt with, you're going to move on. For a lot of you, you're going to move on, and that's going to be that. Some of you may not move on per se. It may be a bit of a longer process before you can even consider moving on, okay? But for the majority of you, you may just be moving on after you've concluded this with that one understanding or 2 understandings, okay? Again, I have to bring that forth. Holistically, I don't actually see, deviltry of sorts in the time frame of this reading. I don't sense like a dark looming cloud over everything and stuff like that, I only sense there is a comeuppance of sorts that is going to be resolved, okay, within the time frame of the reading. And it could be a pressured, dominating, time-sensitive factor. Further clarification for the 7 of Swords. Yeah, see? The 6 of Cups. What did I say? Capricorn, once you are done with this, whatever this is, for your peace of mind, okay? So that it does not affect your future prospects, you're going to be leaving and going back into your dreamscape. You're going to be, it's going to be more, a bit more uplifting moving forward when you've dealt with this situation. Going to be back on your role, as it were. Going to be working on fulfilling your dreams, fulfilling your purposes. Going to be more in that harmonious, Zen-like type energy, that positive scape. You're going to learn from this understanding what's going to occur, okay? But once you're finished with that, you're back on your agenda. You're back on your heart space, as it were, okay? Life is not always a bed of rainbows, but once you finish with this, you're back on it, okay? Things are going to be more uplifted. And I don't, like I told you, I don't sense this thing taking over your whole thing, whatever. It's really for the time frame of this reading, whatever it is, okay? You're going to deal with it, okay? And it's going to work out, but quote unquote, it may work out more for you. Capricorn, it may work out more for you, not necessarily the other person, because the other person or the other entity is like, listen, you're going to get what you're going to get, okay? And this is the best I can do within the quality within the parameters. And if they're asking or demanding beyond sensibilities, you're not going to rile yourself up. It's just not doable, you know, and you're just going to present what is presentable and move on, you know. Further clarification. Yeah, see? The Two of Wands. And the thing about it is, from this, you are also going, remember I told you there's a certain lessons you're also going to learn from this? The Two of Wands. Moving forward in your journey, Capricorn, resonating with this, in your journey, you're going to now recognize, okay, I went through that. I see that. Now I have a better knowing of that particular type of clientele or that particular type of associate or that particular type of family member. Some of you got riled into doing a favor for a family member or something. You know, whatever the situation is, you're going to recognize that mountain, that egregious, annoying mountain of sorts. Okay, the darkness in the horizon area over there, you're going to recognize it for the future. Okay, whatever it is you're going to be involved in. Okay, some of you may have not actually even considered this possibility before until it happened. Okay, but from this you're going to recognize it in the future. It's like I told you, you're going to be more wiser, more intelligent, more capable, more witty. You understand? This is like another hurdle that only elevates you, Capricorn. It only strengthens you, okay, holistically. You're going to recognize that, and you're going to move on to more calmer and peaceful pastures, the way you envisioned, the way you meant things to go, the way you expected, the way you're working on things to go, okay? So wow, Capricorn, that is it for the YouTube reading. And here's the ending message. Thank you very much for being here. Okay, that has been your reading. I really do hope that it helps you, guides you, gives you some clarity. And if you'd like to see the reading in its entirety, I invite you to become a Patreon member at patreon.com/Naveen Ferguson. The link is in the description box below. I wish you all the best. Bye.